Hello there, and welcome to the video for the Quick Start Guide for the Purr View Verified program. I am so excited that you're here with me because I am really hoping that I can find people in my area, as well as people from all over Massachusetts and New England, and maybe even beyond, to consider becoming a cat sitter, a cat groomer, a cat behaviorist, something where you work in the cat care industry, or even a cat boutique. So if you're someone who is thinking about starting some type of cat care business, or you already have a business where you take care of some cats or you work with some cats in some way, but maybe you're looking to expand and grow your business, then this video is perfect for you. I'm Tanya. I live in Kingston, and I've been a professional cat sitter, cat groomer, cat boarding business manager for about 27 years. I started my business as doing cat boarding and grooming, and I had a little boutique in Whitman, Massachusetts. And then when I moved to Kingston, I did some boarding at my previous home in Kingston, as well as cat sitting and grooming, and I've just loved taking care of cats for the whole time that I've that I've taken care of cats. And one of the things that I want to do is I want to see the industry expand. I've loved my business, and sometimes I am trying to do like some other things, and I've been trying to find really good people that I could refer in my area, and there just isn't really anybody. Now, there are people who are doing cat sitting, cat grooming, but I don't really know them. And I don't really know if they're professionals, meaning do they have insurance and things of that nature. And so sometimes cat people can be a little introverted, and sometimes they're not so forthcoming to want to share information with each other. Although there are people that really do want to work together. And the people that I've become to know in the area, they're great people. And so my plan, my mission for this program is to teach you the 7 pillars of the Purr View, which I created because I have identified these things as being the core of what's made my business successful. So I'm going to share them with you in this video. And I'm hoping that you'll go through these things and say, this is no brainer. I know I can do these things. I may be already doing these things, and I would definitely consider myself to be a professional Purr View type provider. And if you're someone, once we get to the very end, who aligns with these 7 things, then I am hoping that you will apply right within this little workspace here, okay, online. You'll be able to apply for our directory. And our directory gives you a listing with your logo and a link to your website, a short bio about you, some information, and I will feel confident in referring you to people in my area. And other people who log into the cat community, they'll be able to search for you as well. And this is the very first place to start. So I'm going to try to do a screen share here and see if we can go through some of the steps. Okay, as I said before, the mission is to bring together cat parents and caregivers. My mission is to elevate the comfort and care of cats, to share insights into the feline market, the industry of caring for cats, and to bring cat parents and caregivers together. My personal mission is to really basically train new professional cat caregivers, cat sitters, cat groomers, and get people into the industry. I would like to see more people start a small business focused on caring for cats. And this is my way of inspiring people to to get started and to not just leave people hanging. When I started my business, I didn't really have anybody to help me. There were other people that were starting to take care of cats in the area, and they weren't really completely forthcoming with really wanting to share like the business side of it and how to do it. And I not that they didn't. I had one lady who was a really good mentor, and I was really young, so maybe at the time I didn't actually know an awful lot. Maybe I thought I I could just do run a business and I would be the expert. And so there was a lot that I've learned over the past 27 years. And let me just cut back here. I just want to tell you something. One of the things I want to share is that when I first started my business in 1997, I had finished a degree in animal care from Becker College. I knew, I think, that I wanted to do cat boarding, and I found a lady in the area who did cat boarding, and she let me do an internship with her. I absolutely loved it. I loved out being with the cats, and I started a cat boarding. As I said, I started a cat boarding and grooming business with a little retail store. But I was so young, I really didn't know an awful lot about running a business. And there were lots of things that I've learned along the way that have helped me to build my business and to build a relationship with my customers. I've had like almost lifelong clients. I have had clients, some of my oldest clients are from like 2004, and I've got to know so many amazing people, and I've built a reputation around some of these criteria that you're going to see, that I'm going to share with you. And when I was in business for a couple of years, I went back to school and got a degree in communications from Emerson College. It was at Emerson College that I started to really think about my targeted audience and who I was serving. I started to really put together the psychographics and demographics about cat parents. And because I'm in people's homes and I see their, magazines and catalogs, I really got an idea of who my cat clients are, what they feel, what they need, and things like that. These are some of the things that I'm trying to bring together. The services, the industry of service, but also the industry, the marketing and branding, and connecting the two so that you have success in your business, because I really want to see other businesses in New England. That would be my dream. So let's get started. Let me re-screen share this here. Okay. So true cat parents are looking for what your business has to offer right now. They want something very specific from you, and it's not necessarily a product or the service that you provide. This program shares the why behind what true cat parents buy. We want you to know that so that you can meet their number one need. You can exceed their expectations, and you will have a customer for life. The program is dedicated. This is the three parts. The program is basically, is dedicated to being a professional business with insurance. This is the only requirement, really, if you apply, that you share. And we'll go into why that is, and what you can share, whether it's your business insurance certificate, like a pet sitter's insurance certificate, or if you can get a letter from your insurance company, just to say that you are a professional business and that you have insurance to be caring for cats and being in people's homes and that sort of thing. The next group is a pledge to cats. Of course, you would expect that, right? That you're passionate about cats. You have a passion, or you're educated in some way on their care. And that's sort of your mindset. Does that mean that you have to be exclusive to care for cats only? No. There are many people who are pet sitters, dog walkers, but they also care for cats. So the point of this program is that you have some kind of interest in caring for cats, and that you're educated in some way on their care. The second one is providing comfort to cats by using different techniques, different tools, and gentle handling. And then the third is bonding with cats when possible. Then we go to the pledge to cat parents, because this is twofold. Yes, you're providing a cat sitting service, let's say, of the cat sitting, cat grooming, but you're also having this relationship with the cat parents. So attention to detail for a higher quality of service, to listen to cat parents' needs and instructions, and communicating clearly, kindly, and regularly with owners. Okay, here's what we need from you to get started at being verified, okay? You can either email or upload a copy of your insurance, whatever that is, or a letter from the insurance company. This will not be made public. This is just when you reach out to me that I can verify that you are who you are and you are a professional business. We also like to ask if you have any special education or training or certifications, because we would love to let people know in under your bio. If you have anything like a copy of a business certificate or a business card or a special permit for your in-home business, something like that, let us know that too, and we'll let people know that you are a professional business, and that you've been verified. And also, although not required, if you are a member of a professional pet type organization or an industry type, like if you're a groomer and you're a member of a grooming organization, or if you a behaviorist and you're a member of one of the cat behavior type specialist groups, please let us know and we'll add that also. So why is this so important to show proof of being a professional business? This is because it's really important to true cat parents. So there are so many hobbyists in the industry and people who do gig work. Cat parents want to know exactly who's taking care of their cats. And so it's really important. They're looking for a professional to come in and take care of their cats, whether it's cat sitting or grooming. Or if you're boarding your cat somewhere, you want to know that they have liability insurance and that if anything goes wrong, they have some coverage. Basically, cat parents want to know they're hiring a professional. I also want to know that I'm able to refer people that are taking their business seriously. And these are the people that are my audience. If I'm going to refer someone or list someone on my website, I want to know that they are at the level that I am. So here's the Purr View program and the criteria. Now, I hope you're not freaking out right now. My mission really is to get you so excited that you're already doing this and you might not even know it. And if you are doing this, how can we start sharing it with people so people begin to know that you're doing it? Because a lot of people who work with cats tend to be a little bit introverted. I'm not saying you're shy and you can't talk to people, but you're maybe not as forthcoming. I know so many people that are just a little more like kind of, they're not as forthcoming with all their information, and maybe they're not as comfortable yet sharing it and putting it out there and letting people know all these types of pieces of information. But I really want you to feel confident in sharing some of these things, whether it's when you talk to people or on your website, maybe in your social media posts and things like that. Let people know that you are Purr View minded, okay? So the first part is the pledge to cats, which is passionate about cat care. You provide comfort and bonding with cats when possible. So true cat parents will see right through you if you aren't in tune with cats in some way. So true. And so will the cats, actually. You don't have to be an expert in all things cats, but you would want to have some education or be passionate at least about some aspects of cats, their care, their behavior, or be informed about the best products that would benefit their unique situation. I mean, I went to school with someone who didn't like animals at all. She was in the animal care program, but she had a soccer scholarship, and she was told that if she got a degree in animal care, that it was the easiest thing she could do while in school. And let me tell you something. The animals knew it. They knew that she wasn't all in. And it's just like that with people too. If you're working with someone and you have to have a service with somebody or a hairdresser, and you can just tell they're not really into even being super friendly or connecting, you just feel like you're just sitting there in the chair and having your hair done, and it's not the best experience. So cats are so smart, and if you are someone who's watching this video, you clearly have a passion or some interest in cats, and that is the best place to start. So cat parents are looking for someone who can give them ideas that they didn't think of or tips to help them and their cats. Cat parents are educated, you know that. They're very discerning, just like a cat, and usually know a lot about cats. So if you acknowledge what they know and exceed their expectations, you'll have a client for a long time. So even if you provide service for dogs or other small pets in addition to cats, show the cat parents when you meet them how important they are to you in your business by having pictures and verbiage on your website that connects with cat parents. You can also share pictures and stories through social media and email, but making sure cat parents know that you are in tune with the cats will really set you apart from other people in the industry. The second pillar is to provide comfort to cats. So cat parents treat their cats really, really well, and they're super attentive to the slightest discomfort. So why would they want to hire someone who treats their cats with less comfort and care? If you have a cat, right, you feel the same way. You feel the same way. So true cat parents worry about how their cats are handled when they're not with them. Comfort techniques also help reduce the stress in cats, which is vital to their overall experience and health. And if you're in the cat business, you're already implementing comfort techniques. The tip that we want to share is that you convey this more openly with your cat parents. So explain to them how you provide your services, while also utilizing comforting techniques, tools, or gentle handling to put their cats at ease, and that will put the cat owner at ease. Here are some examples. So there are a number of ways to comfort during cat grooming, cat sitting, cat boarding, or a veterinary visit. Some techniques will vary based on the circumstance and the task. Sometimes just slowing your energy down and being quiet can have the biggest effect. You can also take additional certifications to learn more about comforting cats. Fear Free is a program that is really, really good to get more in touch with these options for your specific area of the industry. So even cat boutiques can utilize the comfort criteria by conveying how your products can help cats be more comforted. Also, your website copy can be beneficial in sharing how important this is in your business, and cat parents appreciate gentle handling as well. They can be sensitive when it comes to their cats. The third pillar is bonding with cats when possible. Right? Not every cat will let you in. Some cats, just the fact that you're there and you feed them and you put some treats down or a few things, that's enough for them. They're good, right? Depends on the cat's personality. But taking the extra step to bond with your client's cat is truly what will make your business shine. Because clearly, over time, when you can bond with a cat, your photos, what you write to people, and the overall experience, you'll see the cat ease up, and that's going to make cat parents feel so much more at ease. So, for example, can you think of a time when someone took a little extra effort to get to know you better, and that made you feel good, right? Well, making attempts to bond with the cat is just like that. It's different than providing comfort because it's a direct interaction with the cat. So the difference is, so if, let's say you have an elderly cat and you suggest that they're achy, and you suggest that they should get a heated cat bed. Or let's say you have one and you bring it over and ask the clients, can I plug that in while you're away? So she has this option to lay on this cat mat, and the house is a little chilly, and I think she'd really like that, and it would comfort her. The cat bed is a tool to provide comfort. but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're personally bonding with the cat. It could provide, if the cat is comfortable in there and comforted, they might relax a little bit. So then you could sit with them and interact with them and talk to them and maybe pet them or brush them. But you see the difference? One is just an item that can provide comfort, and the bonding is that interaction that builds over time. Here's an example. It could be spending a few extra minutes with a cat that finally decided they wanted to interact with you, even if it's at the very end of your cat sitting visit. So you go over a few more minutes just to take that time to bond. Or it could be spending some time talking with a cat in between the cat grooming. Let's say you're doing cat grooming, and you let them take a rest and you just are talking with them, and they can watch you and kind of get to know you. They're knowing that it's not just about the cat grooming, okay? And that they can be your friend and they can trust you. Some cats will not let you bond, okay? But when a cat does let you in, be one of those people that takes the time to bond. This will set your business apart, and cat parents will be able to tell the difference. Okay, we're already halfway through. So the second part is the pledge to cat parents, which includes the attention to detail, listening to cat parents. Basically, you're listening for that number one need. I do a separate video about this, understanding the number one needs, and communicating clearly, kindly, and regularly with cat owners. So attention to detail. Why is this so important? Why can't you just go in and do a cat sitting visit, or just do what you're gonna do? You're like, right? You're the expert, and you're like, I just want to go in, do my thing. Why is this important? Okay, all cat parents appreciate attention to detail to some extent, but true cat parents will be put off when you slack on the attention to detail. And this includes everything from stuff you're doing at the visit to the communication leading up to the visit, and the communication during the visit, and the communication after the visit. So it's the full package is really the attention to detail. And that is going to be different for different customers based on their number one need. So not recognizing how important this is for cat parents' overall experience is truly one of the most overlooked opportunities a business can make when serving cat parents. It is easier to keep a client happy and have them for years than to work on getting a new one. Basically, customer service is vital when it comes to cat parents, and understanding what details matter the most will benefit your business. So it's really, really important. Let me give you some examples. A good example of for cat sitting is if you have a client that has a need for you to provide detailed, precise care for their cat in their home. They will be the ones most likely to notice when you put something back in the wrong place or facing in the wrong direction. Also, if you're a veterinarian, excuse me. If you're a veterinarian, not locking the cat carrier properly, knowing there is a need for attention to detail ahead of time will help you be more mindful of the tiny little details. Number 5, listening to cat parents' needs and instructions. Listening is so important in any business, but for cat parents, it's extra important. If you listen to them when you first meet them, they will practically tell you their number one need. You just need to be able to decipher it. Often when we first meet a client, we want to tell them how awesome we are, how much we know about cats, but it's best to listen first. So they are in charge. They're the customer, and they want to tell you what they need and how they want the service to go. Then you will know how to serve them and what to tell them so that you shine as the expert and succeed at the sales funnel that your business has. So here's some examples. When I took my cat to the vet during COVID, I had to stay in the car. Has anybody had to do that? I know so many people had to do that. It was more than frustrating. I had a list of things that I wanted to share with them when they were examining my cat. And I actually gave them a list and told them to call me. But the veterinarian called me after she did the exam at the same time, the vet tech was bringing the cat back to my car. I asked her, why didn't she call me during the exam? And she just brushed it off and said she just wanted to get through the exam. She didn't want to listen to me, is basically, she didn't tell me that, but she was telling me that I don't want to listen to you. She just wanted to do the job, and she just wanted to get it done. That's a personality type. They just want to do it and get it done and not talk to you. They're the expert. Bye-bye. So she may have provided great care for my cat. I have no doubt that she did. But she didn't provide good service to me, okay, the customer, because she didn't listen to me. You can certainly share your background, your education, and the great service options that you have for your clients, but listen to them first. And also, by listening, you get a better idea of how to exceed their expectations. Okay, number 6, communicating clearly, kindly, and regularly. Okay, most people think that about communications in regards to social media, right? Content that we would share in an email newsletter. But cat parents communicate in different ways than most pet parents in the general pet industry segment. They want and need communication that is tailored to them. For example, if your cat parents like to stay connected to their cats while they're on vacation, then you should make sure to send text and pictures right away when you arrive at a visit. These texts should share the verbiage that reflects their number one need. Again, you can learn this in another video of the three main needs, okay? That's another video, but basically, in addition, cat parents want to get updates more than any other pet owner that I know, okay? If you're grooming a client's cat all day and you've got a client's cat, they're gonna want multiple updates. If you've got their cat for more than an hour, they're gonna want updates from you and knowing what's going on, how the cat is feeling, things like this. Or they're going to get upset, they're going to get worked up, and they're not going to have peace of mind. I'm telling you, they just won't. If you're cat sitting, send texts and pictures every visit, of course, but some people don't. I've referred people when I was not able to do a couple of dates a couple of years ago. I referred someone who I think was good at their job, but my clients had to call them a couple days later to make sure they were there. They never notified my clients that they were there. This is just not, especially now, everyone's glued to their phone. They can't even have peace of mind and relax until they get the update that the cats are all set. Okay? Never, ever make a cat parent call you for an update. My goodness, you'll have no more clients. Also, communicating regularly will keep them connected to your brand. And this gives the warm fuzzies, okay? Very important. An example of a good text might be, Meow Kitty greeted me at the door, followed me to the kitchen where she devoured her chicken breakfast till the plate was totally clean. She purred and settled on the bed with her head on the pillow. She is a happy and contented cat today. Once this type of cat parent sees the pictures and reads about how her cat is comforted, she will have peace of mind and be able. Parents tend to have gentle and introverted personalities. Not all different personality types have cats, but true cat parents tend to be more gentle and introverted people. They do not do well with being spoken down to or disrespected. So if you're a pet sitter or you're a groomer or you're a veterinarian or someone who works with cats, and you have a really strong personality, like an in-charge type of like strong personality, they may not like having someone that they hire be overly bossy and harsh with them. You might not think you're causing any harm, but just the way that they interpret the personality type, it might be, if you have that type of personality type, that you try to become a little gentler, because the way that you communicate with cat parents really does make a difference. And I have to tell you, I have done this I'm sort of a chatty person, and sometimes I overtalk people. I hate that. I've really been working on that for pretty much my whole life. And I have really tried to, just because I know that I care so much about my clients, that I've really, really tried. And I've tried to just like purposefully lower my energy. So even though I'm not super bossy or harsh or have a really abrasive, voice, or I feel like I could be like hyperactive. Can be excited to see people and their cats. So I have to purposefully like take a deep breath, and I have to like lower my energy and just try to let that go so that I'm not overpowering my clients. Anyway, that's just something I always wanted to share. And just to be kind in your words and your tone, and just communicate to stay in touch and to stay connected. And that's a tough one too, because sometimes you don't want to over email people or whatever. But if you come up with something where it's once a month or once every 2 months, and you make it a habit, then I think it's good. You're staying connected with people. Okay, you guys ready for a cat nap yet? Okay, when you put all these things together, we believe that you will have a winning combination of criteria that will set you apart with cat parents, especially from other providers, because specifically in my area, even going up to Boston, there's not that many people. I hope to turn that around. Share what you've learned here in your branding, and you will see a difference. I know that you will. I just want to thank you for taking the time to learn about the Purr View, and I hope that you'll be ready to apply to be verified, because I'd really like to share you in my website. And especially when I do my videos, I want to be able to say, please check out my directory and find a Purr View provider near you. These people are verified. They care about their business. They care about you, and they care about your cats. That's what my hope is for this year. This very last page, well, not the very last page, but this is the pledge page. Basically, it certifies if you want to print this out, and then you can upload this as a PDF or a JPEG. Okay, and that you understand and agree to these guidelines, that you promise to the best of your ability to provide professional and loving care to cats with high quality customer services for the cat parents, and that you're submitting this pledge along with your insurance to become verified. Again, your insurance certificate is let me just come back to this here. Hold on. Your insurance certificate or letter is totally private. It's just, if I don't know you, I don't know any, and I don't want to list anybody that's not professional. I want to have professional people that I can share and that I can refer to people. And let me actually share something. Let me see if I can share something with you. Hold on. I'm going to go to my own website. Okay. If you're feeling a little uncomfortable about sharing it with me to prove that you're a professional, I want to share my website with you, because I share my pet sitters insurance with everybody. It's going to let you know. But I just tell everybody I care about my business. Okay. Let me go to the bottom here. Let me go to the bottom. This is my services page. Okay, for my area. See at the very bottom here. Do you guys see this? My welcome packet at the very bottom here. And it says updated 2023. Actually, I have to change that to 2024. But if you click on there, I actually give people my entire. Let me see if I can switch my my admin space. Hold on. My packet here, my welcome packet. Okay. And where's my video here? Okay, there's my welcome packet. Now let me show you. I go through all my information about different things I do and how awesome I am, and my rates and the services and my video things and my media, blah, 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 blah. What do you have here? Right here. Okay. This is my pet sitters insurance. Okay. I make this available to everybody. Whenever I onboard a new client, I have a link to my welcome packet, and I say, hey, I've got you in my system. We're going to do a meet and greet. I'm sending you this, my welcome packet. These are people that you can call, references, my insurance. I put it all out there. Why do I do that? Why do I do that? Because I am not a gig worker. I am a professional business owner. I have been for 27 years. And I am looking to share other people who in this industry needs more people. I am not at the age of retiring, but I'm at the point where I want to refer other people because I get calls constantly. I get calls from the Cape, Buzzards Bay, Wareham Onset, all the way up to like North Shore, Framingham, Newton, Needham, Worcester, Brockton. There's areas right around me that don't have any coverage for cat sitters or groomers. And we need more people. And people who have cats want professionals. They want to know you're legit. So I want you to become legit. I want you to start a business. I've got a program on my website. If you want to start a cat sitting business, that's my first class. For if you go to my website, let's see, if I go back to my website here, I will show you under classes. You go right here to 2 and you put career programs. And I have 2. You're in this one, and then there's the second one here to start your business as a cat sitter. And I'm really, really hopeful that you'll jump in there. If you are someone who has a retail store and you carry cat products, you can still get verified. Okay. You probably don't have to send me your pet sitter insurance because you don't have that, but you could just send me a picture of your business so I can see that you have a business, and I will put the address and you can put all that information in there, and let us know, and we'd love to add you because I want to help other people get cat people coordinated with great resources. If you have any questions, if you've gone through this and you're like, okay, please just email me, or you can put a comment. And if you have any ideas, like if you're watching those videos and you have other ideas that you could add to each of those sections, you can just post a comment. I would love to hear from you. So anyway, I hope you have a perfect day, and I look forward to seeing you in my cat community directory. Bye-bye.